I really think that the future of online marketing is not just my true love of copywriting, but multimedia, video, audio, and so we're going to show you probably, I licensed this technology because when I first saw it, I thought it's one of the absolute easiest, technically, for techno dunces like myself, it was something that even I could do, so I'm like, okay, that's what I want. And so Scott and Andy here are gonna spend a little time with you, showing you all sorts of many uses for video, and I hopefully give you some ideas of how to use it beyond what you've seen. And I think it just has a tremendous impact. I'm sure you guys will share some cool examples, so I'll leave it to you guys. Scott and Andy from KeyThing.
52 ways that we've discovered to use video in your selling sequences, on your website, in various ways. 52 different ways, and I would dare to say that there isn't anyone here that's even scratching the surface of what's possible. Video right there, that introductory video on your homepage, is that they can look you in the eye. How many of you have heard the expression that 90% of communication is nonverbal? Everybody heard that? Okay. We started with the internet with all text. Then we went to text and pictures. Then we went to audio. And each one of them was a significant advancement over the previous. Video takes it to the rest of the limit because now you get that nonverbal communication. When someone leans in, when somebody looks you in the eye, you can sense that they are either real or they are not. Very, very powerful way to use video is just simply to introduce yourself. Also, in videos like this, you can create a clear call to action. So you can tell them, here's what I need you to do next. If you're trying to add subscribers to your list, point to the box and say, put your information in over here and click. Right? Powerful way is video testimonials. Video testimonials just very, very clearly are what drives things over the top. See, when all things are equal, people do buy from people they like, but they will trust what your customers say about you more than what you say about yourself. So that's something really critical to keep in mind is that we can talk about what we do until we're literally blue in the face. But if you can line up a whole parade of people that will talk about you, about their experience with you, what they liked about you, what you did for them, how you stood behind what you do, you're going to sell a whole lot more stuff. Where my real center, my real heartbeat now is about working with individuals and coaching them, leading them through the process of becoming unforgettable. You see, because that's really, regardless of what we called it, Unforgettable Speakers was born out of Inspired Life's desire to change speakers' lives so that they could change the lives of thousands of people that were searching for them and their materials. And unforgettable is, well, what does unforgettable mean to some of you? What would you say, Betty? What would the word unforgettable mean to you?
Memorable in a positive way.
Okay, okay. Gilly, what would you say it means?
I'd say that something or someone who's unforgettable is unparalleled. You can only think of something at best similar, but not the same.
Okay. Isolde, what would you say?
Somebody that makes an impact.
Okay.
Really strikes you and is distinct.
Okay, excellent. Do you have a thought on it? What unforgettable would mean to you?
Maybe a variation of what they just said, just special and unique.
Okay, okay, okay.
Running out of words.
Well, my reason for asking you that is real simple. How many of you, when you look at what you're doing in the marketplace to promote your business, now, I should probably back up before I ask the question, but when you look at your business, how many of you already have customers that you're serving? Okay. How many, okay, that's good, the vast majority of you. Now, how many of you have identified another outer ring around that of people who have demographic or psychographic tendencies similar to the group that you're already talking to, that you're already selling to, that you now want to reach? Now, when you overlay on that the marketing that you're doing to them, how many of you would describe it right now as being totally unforgettable? Okay. Marketing on the web, there's a 2-second rule. People will come to your website, usually from a search engine. They will land on your home page, and in 2 seconds they will decide if you are what they're looking for. Their mouse is already on the back arrow, and if they don't see it, they're gone. Compelling headline will oftentimes stop them in their tracks. So I know we've gone through the Web 1.0, now it's Web 2.0, and who knows what we're going to call it next, but the bottom line of it is, when you land on a lot of websites, you see a picture, or you see something at the top, or you see a whole block of copy. You need to have a reason for writing other than trying to sell me something. I mean, if you're only writing to me, if you're only sending me an email to sell me something, if you're only writing to me, sending me something in the mail for the purpose of generating a sale, I'm going to lose interest really quickly. Building relationships is the most critical thing that you can do. People buy from people. They don't buy from companies. They buy from you. They buy from people, more importantly, that they like and that they can trust. That is only done through relationship. So probably 3 out of every 4 pieces that you send, email or otherwise, need to be content or relationship oriented. Thinking about this the other day, that there is a lot of misconception in the marketplace as to how advertising really works, and there's this thing known as branding, and branding is the expensive way to market. Am I standing in your way?
No,
oh, okay. Branding is very simply, according to building brands, it's the most valuable real estate in the world. It's a corner of the consumer's mind. It's a collection of perceptions in the mind of the consumer. Now, trust me, companies spend millions and millions and millions of dollars trying to get this process to work, to become owners of a corner of your mind, so that whenever you think of that product, you think of them. And they try to make this connection neurally. They try to make the neural connection in your mind that when you think of a product, you think of them. It's an expensive, time-consuming process. Small business owners shouldn't even consider it. A form of marketing designed to solicit a direct response which is specific and quantifiable. Now, is that easier than becoming the owner of a corner of someone's peace of mind, or the corner of their mind in response? Specific, quantifiable response. That's what direct response is about. Now, let's talk about a formula for calculating the cost of acquiring customers, because ultimately that's what you want to do, is you want to acquire customers. And the only way you can do this, to make this formula work, is to first of all understand the lifetime value of a customer. You see, I learned a few years ago something that I thought was interesting. I'd never really learned this in school, was that most businesses go after customers for the purpose of making a sale. The really successful business makes sales for the purpose of acquiring customers.